What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I'm just back to talk about the match day 5 fixtures of the 2018-19 UEFA Champions League, and I will also let you know who are through to the round of 16, who can still make it to the Europa League, and who are out. So guys, let's talk about the Champions League. You know, I've been doing it on match day 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there's no reason why I wouldn't do it for match day 5. So let's talk about it. Let's start with Group A. Okay, in Group A, we have Monaco, Club Brugge, Borussia Dortmund, and Atletico Madrid. So right now, after match day 5, the standings are as follows. We have Atletico Madrid on top of the group with 12 points. They are not guaranteed to top the group yet, but they are officially through to the round of 16. So give Atletico Madrid a round of applause. They have made it. They are through. Okay? Next, we have Borussia Dortmund, who has been on fire this season in the Bundesliga and in the Champions League. They're second with 10 points. They are also through to the round of 16. So also give them a round of applause. Club Brugge officially have clinched a Europa League place with 5 points. They can no longer catch Dortmund, but at the bottom, Thierry Henry's Monaco, Leonardo Jardine's Monaco, taken over by Henry, 1 single point. A horror show of a Champions League. They did not do well last season, but did really well the season before. I think they got to the semi-final the season before. A season which produced the likes of Bernardo Silva, Timuye Bakayoko, Benjamin Mendy, Valère Germain, and a few more other big players. But Monaco flopped again. So after the match day 5 fixtures, we know that Atletico Madrid and Dortmund are through. Club Brugge, Europa League, Monaco out of European competitions this season. In today's match, we have Dortmund and Club Brugge drawing 0-0. Great result by Brugge because they defeated Monaco last time around 4-0. So they have clawed themselves back into European competitions. They look like it was between them and Monaco for the bottom spot, but they prevailed. So they picked up results versus Monaco, a result versus Monaco again, and another result versus Dortmund. When I say result, I mean points, you know, not a win. But they weren't able to get the better of Atletico Madrid in their first match. They played them in their final game, but, you know, it would be nice if they pick up a draw, at least a draw. If the match ends in a draw, Atletico Madrid should end up topping this group if Dortmund fail to win. Dortmund should have the better head-to-head versus Atletico Madrid. So let us move on to Group B. So we already know who's going through from Group A, and I think I actually got the Atletico Madrid one correct, but I did predict Monaco to go through, but they have failed. Group B, Barcelona at the top, 13 points. They are official winners of Group B. Like, they could not be caught. Unassailable lead at the top, 13 points. They are still unbeaten in the Champions League so far. So Lionel Messi has been, you know, on fire coming back from injury. And Valverde's men are looking like favorites to at least pick up the trophy this season. Tottenham Hotspur, second, 7 points. Internazionale Milano, third, 7 points. So it's between Tottenham and Inter to see who will make it to the round of 16. PSV Eindhoven at the bottom with 1 point. So Tottenham or Inter are at least, they're guaranteed to stay in Europe. Europa League or the round of 16. The final games will be Inter versus PSV and Barcelona, Tottenham. So right now, Inter has the edge. it seems like it might be Inter. But let me not jump the gun. Today, we saw Tottenham defeating Inter 1-0, narrow margin. And Barcelona defeating PSV 2-1, and also a narrow win. I did not watch the games, so I don't really know what happened and, you know, if PSV was completely outplayed. But really good stuff by Valverde and Barcelona to make it to the round of 16 yet again. But Tottenham, they have a task on their hand because they play Barcelona on the road, but Inter, they will host PSV. So they are favorites to make it to the round of 16. So Tottenham, man, you got to play out your skins. Pochettino, will they rue not signing anybody this summer? I think Inter will make it. I'm going for Inter. I'm going for Inter. I did predict Inter and Barcelona to go through from Group B, so it seems like they will be the teams to go through to the round of 16. So Barcelona, Tottenham, Inter, all still in it, but PSV Eindhoven are out from Group B. Group C, man, which I think is the most interesting group in this season's Champions League, the group of death. Napoli on top 9 points, PSG second with 8 points, Liverpool third 6 points, Red Star Belgrade fourth with 4 points. Very, very closely contested group. And today's result, we saw Napoli defeating Red Star 3-1 and PSG defeating Liverpool 2-1. Liverpool has been horrendous on the road this season. 3 losses in 3 games. If it wasn't for their 2 home games, they would have already been out of this competition. But they picked up 2 wins at home versus Red Star and versus PSG. And they will play their final game at home versus Napoli, a team that already beat them this season on the road. So Liverpool, they need to play out their skins. They need nothing less but a win. A draw will not cut it. A draw will not cut it. Let me say that again. A draw will not cut it. Right now, they're staring at Europa League football, which I think is rather embarrassing for a team that made the finals last season and a team that injected so much money into their goalkeeper and their defense, their midfield to Fabinho and Naby Keita, and still, with attack with Firmino, Sturridge, Salah, Mane up there, Shaqiri, and still can't secure around a 16 berth. Embarrassing stuff. Embarrassing. You know, PSG, they did really good in that game, keeping Liverpool out in the second half. Liverpool at one point had Sturridge, Salah, Mane, Firmino, and Shaqiri on the field, if I'm not mistaken. It was all out attack. And Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Verratti tracking back, just dealt with all the attacks. So good stuff. Keira, Bernat. So good stuff by PSG, man. Group C, the group of death, is still alive. Still alive. There's even a case where if Red Star defeat PSG and Liverpool lose to Napoli, that Red Star could make Europa League. So no place is confirmed in Group C going into the last match day, where Red Star will host PSG and Liverpool will host Napoli. Oh my goodness, guys. Guys, it's a hard one. It's a hard one. It's a really, really hard one. But no places yet confirmed. But Napoli will at least get a Europa League spot, because there is also a scenario where all 3 teams could end up on 9 points, with a Liverpool win versus Napoli and the PSG draw versus Red Star. And that should favor Liverpool with a 2-0 win. A 2-0 win. And PSG Napoli Napoli will have the better head-to-head versus PSG. So it will be PSG missing out if something like that ends up happening. If PSG draw versus Red Star and Liverpool win by 2-goal margin versus Napoli, it will be Liverpool and Napoli, and PSG will go to Europa League, which is also embarrassing. So it's a mouth-watering prospect on match day 6. Final match day in the group phase. So let's move on to Group D. Another interesting group. Group D, all 4 teams, you know, which I call the Europa League group, could have made it to the round of 16. But Porto, FC Porto, team from Portugal, they will clinch top spot. Still unbeaten in the group phase, 13 points. Awesome, awesome stuff by FC Porto. And we have Schalke second, and they will officially clinch second on 8 points. Galatasaray third, 4 points, and Lokomotiv Moscow at the bottom with 3 points. So Lokomotiv Moscow and Galatasaray will be fighting for that Europa League spot, while Porto will top the group and Schalke second. I did predict both teams to go through as well to the round of 16. In today's fixture, we saw Lokomotiv Moscow picking up their first win. Big, big win. They lost all 4 previous matches, and now they have picked up a 2-0 win versus Galatasaray, who I think should have done way, way better in this competition. Way, way, way better. Porto defeated Schalke 3-1. The previous game between Porto and Schalke, it was a 1-1 draw. That was the opening match of the group. And Galatasaray did defeat Lokomotiv Moscow 3-0 in their first match. So it's a switcheroo of that result. But who will clinch that Europa League spot? Schalke will play Lokomotiv Moscow at home, and Galatasaray will host Porto. The results in the Galatasaray-Porto match was, let me tell you, let me find it. It was a 1-0 win for Porto, and the Lokomotiv Moscow Schalke was a 1-0 win for Schalke. So the way it is looking right now, it's Galatasaray should clinch that Europa League spot, and I think they deserve to. Lokomotiv Moscow has not played well, and they do not deserve to continue playing European football this season. So Porto still in the competition, Schalke still in, but Galatasaray, Lokomotiv Moscow out. Group E, guys. Another interesting group, a group which, you know, really got a lot of attention, was the Bayern Munich on top, 13 points. They are not officially group winners as yet. 13 points, still 1 match to go. Ajax. Very, very impressive this season. De Ligt, De Jong, Ziyech, Tadic, Blind, Huntelaar. They have been awesome. They have been awesome. 11 points, still unbeaten in the group as well. A group which has Bayern Munich and is still unbeaten. SL Benfica, a horrible showing this season. They had to come to Champions League qualification, and they did not live up to my expectation at all. I expected them to make it to the round of 16, but they have been horrendous. But they are officially in the Europa League. Could they get a European trophy? A major European trophy? The curse of Bela Gutmann still is still in effect. It's still in effect. It will be lifted, let's see, 40 years or so from now. So Benfica will not win the Europa League. I can guarantee that. And Ajax Athens, man, they let me down big time. I predicted that they will do something better, but they have now lost all 5 matches. All 5. They have been by far the worst team in the Champions League. I think I said that last week. The last match day. The worst team. It was not last week. It was not last week. I'm lying about that. The last Champions League match days was actually November 6th and 7th. I could not forget that because that was the day my son was born, and, you know, my wife's birthday, right? Right? Am I right? Yeah. But Benfica in the Europa League, Ajax and Bayern through to the round of 16. In today's games, Bayern defeated Benfica 5-1. Like, that's a rout, that's a thrashing, embarrassing, but it's good for Niko Kovac because, you know, he basically solidified his role as the manager of that club because, you know, his role was under quite a bit of doubt. You know, the fact that Bayern are not on top of the Bundesliga. Last time I checked, they weren't on top. So let me double check and make sure I'm not really messing that one up. So Bayern Munich, let me make sure I'm not messing that one up because, okay, yes, they are currently 5th. 9 points behind top team Dortmund. 4 points behind second place Mönchengladbach. So 9 points is a big gap. It's a big gap. They need to close the gap or I'm afraid they will have to relinquish that trophy to Dortmund. So 5-1. Impressive victory. Then the other game, Ajax defeated Ajax Athens 2-0. Ajax has been horrible at home and away. At home and away. Losing all 3 away games. All 3 and all 3 home games and their 2 away games. Horrible stuff. And that stadium's supposed to be a fortress. Horrible. So Benfica will host Ajax in their final game. And Ajax will host Bayern Munich. So the big question is, could Ajax top this group? Could Ajax top this group? What I would really love to see with Ajax is for them to hold on to their players. They can't. They cannot hold on to these players. I saw an article on goal.com that Ajax has basically a 400,000, no, what am I saying? A 400 million euro project right there. Like if they clean out, if they like sell everybody, they will make a fortune. They will make a fortune. I'm telling you. So if they could actually keep that squad together, they could achieve big things. You know, if they could get over PSV in the Eredivisie, you know. But in Europe, they could achieve something. So Ajax versus Bayern. I'm going to go for Bayern. I'm going to say Bayern to top the group. Ajax second, Benfica third, Ajax Athens last. So my group, man. Group F. Man City on top right now with 10 points. We are not guaranteed top spot in the group because we drew to Olympic Lyon after losing to them on match day 1. It was a 2-2 draw. I saw the second half of that game. I did not catch the first half, but it was frustrating, I'm telling you, to watch. Lyon went 1-0 up through Maxwell Cornet. Brilliant goal. And Laporte scored to equalize like 5 minutes later. So that was good. And then Cornet scored again, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on with us? And then just immediately, you know, we had another goal. So it was good. 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 I'm telling you, man. I felt good. I felt good. You know, I was like, woo. Thank God we don't lose to, you know, we didn't lose to Lyon twice this season. So City on top with 10 points and Lyon second, 7 points. Shakhtar Donetsk third, 5 points after defeating Hoffenheim 3-2. That was a dramatic game. Like most of the other games in this group were dramatic. We have Olympic Lyon only winning once, guys, and that was the defeat that we suffered to them. They only won once. It's crazy. Shakhtar only won once, that match versus Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim picking up 3 draws and 2 losses. I think we will host Hoffenheim in our last game. Let me double check. Yes, we will host Hoffenheim. We defeated them 2-1 in the first fixture. It was not a convincing victory. Hoffenheim, good team under Julian Nagelsmann. And Shakhtar will host Olympic Lyon. So what's going on right now is Lyon is not guaranteed a spot in the round of 16. But right now, Manchester City is. We are through. But Olympic Lyon, they are not safe. They play Shakhtar. They host Shakhtar hosts Lyon, and that is a big match. The first game ended in a 2-2 draw. Very, very dramatic game. Very dramatic game. And all Olympic Lyon need is a draw. But playing Shakhtar on the road, man, it's tricky. It's really, really tricky. Hoffenheim picked up a draw there. We defeated them 3-0. But I think Shakhtar may just pick up a result and break Lyon hearts. Lyon deserves the spot, but I'm telling you, this team Shakhtar with the Brazilians, I think they're gonna get the round of 16 spot like I predicted. So I'm gonna say Man City and Shakhtar go through, Lyon to get third. Hoffenheim, on the other hand, could still pick up a third place spot if they defeat us. And if Lyon defeats Shakhtar. So it's a tricky group. It's a very, very tricky group. But let's move on to the next group, which is Group G. Real Madrid on top of the group right now, 12 points. And they're not guaranteed the top because I think they are guaranteed top because they defeated Roma twice. They have a better head-to-head than Roma. So they are guaranteed top of that group. Roma second, and Roma are definitely guaranteed second. 9 points. Victoria Pilsen third, defeating CSKA Moscow, coming back from behind 2-1. And CSKA Moscow last in the group. Remember, they defeated Real Madrid. And it has been a total turnaround in this group. So we had, on match day 5, Real Madrid defeating Roma 2-0. Victor Pilsen defeating CSKA 2-1. Pilsen will host Roma. So Pilsen needs at least a result there. They need a result. If they lose and Real Madrid defeats CSKA, it will be head-to-head between Pilsen and CSKA, or CSKA, however you want to pronounce it. Right now, it seems like, okay, it's Pilsen in the lead. So Pilsen it was a 2-2 in the first game, and Pilsen has a 4-3 head-to-head, record versus CSKA. So if both teams lose their match day 6 games, Pilsen will be in the Europa League. And we will see Real Madrid and Roma go through to the round of 16, CSKA out. Who would have thought that? After they defeated Real Madrid. Vlasic with that brilliant goal. And last but not least, guys. Last but not least, we have Group H. Juventus have not officially topped that group. They have one more game. I think they play Young Boys in their last game. And Manchester United, second, 10 points. They are guaranteed a place in the round of 16. Those two teams are guaranteed to be in the round of 16. Valencia, third. They have been appalling so far this season. All the draws in La Liga. 2 draws, 2 losses in the Champions League. And after coming back to the big stage, I thought Marcelino and his boys would have done way better. The Murcielago. But they haven't been good. Young Boys. Happy to be here. Champions League debutants. 1 point so far. And they were just happy to be, there. So, Valencia is actually guaranteed a Europa League spot. So Young Boys are definitely out of the competition and out of all European competitions this season. Man United defeated Young Boys 1-0. They left it for late, you know, dramatic fashion. Fellaini coming off the bench. And we had Mourinho with that emphatic celebration on the line, the touchline, emphatic celebration, you know. Mourinho, it has been a very, very dramatic, let me say, a very up and down season so far, where he was even, you know, about to get sacked, but saved his job. You know what I'm saying? But Man United has still been lackluster this season. Juventus defeated Valencia 1-0 in the other group fixture. So, to do a quick recap of who's still in the 2018-19 Champions League and who are out. Okay, in Group H, Juventus, Man United, they are in the round of 16, no doubt about that. Group G, Real Madrid and Roma are through to the round of 16 as well. Group F, City are through. The only team guaranteed a spot right now. In Group E, Bayern Munich and Ajax are through. In Group D, we have Porto and Schalke through. In Group C, no one are through as yet, but Napoli are at least guaranteed a Europa League spot. We don't know who are going through from that group as yet. No one is safe. Group B, Barcelona are through. Tottenham and Inter fighting for that last spot. In Group A, Atletico Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. So it's setting up really, really nicely, and soon we will know who are the round of 16 teams. And, you know, I will do a mock draw and maybe a simulated FIFA 19, you know, simulation of the rest of the tournament. But guys, I just wanted to do a quick recap of match day 5 of the 2018-19 Champions League. I have to go and watch a movie with Tanis and Liam. They're waiting over there in the couch, you know, some family time. But I just had to get this video in. Okay? So do me a favor and leave a big thumbs up. Share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Share the video with a friend. And until match day 6, I will see you next time. From your boy, Dominic Rich. Peace out. Rich Squad.